an idea.
Type kissing. Are you 18 or older?
Oh, how many husbands does she have?
The guy didn't even know how to kiss. He was just licking that woman's asshole. You want to kiss an asshole, Max?
Nope.
Y'all the students, I'm the teacher.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel over here at Broke Boy Media, and today we are going to be talking about Good Boys. Came out about a few days ago, last weekend, and as always, I'm joined by Devin. How are you doing today, buddy?
Just the boys talking about some good boys.
Yes, amen, man. It's it's Monday, but Monday's over for the most part. We got our little free Twitch shirts, just to let you guys know. Shout
out Fat Kid Deals.
Shout out to Fat Kid Deals on Twitter. And speaking of social media, you can follow us on Twitter. You can listen to the audio version of our podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and Anchor. We have moved over from Podbean because Anchor is completely free to use.
Yeah.
2, Podbean was like costing me a little extra per month, and I was like, do we really need this? I'm like, I found a nice substitution. So
Anchor's a much better name than Podbean, so we're already off to a better start.
Hey man, I was looking up, and I posted stuff on Twitter. I was like, hey, besides Libsyn, because that's another one, which is really, really weird. I was like, what else can we use? And someone's like, oh, you should try out Anchor. It's completely free. I was like, done. Looked into it, done.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, before we get into our Good Boys review, it's been a crazy week already. You have Gamescom starting this week. All of the little, I guess you could say, presentations. I think Nintendo had their little Nindies thing today. Sony had their little press conference. And then so did Microsoft. I've been at work all day. Like literally all freaking day. And I checked my phone once today because apparently Insomniac Games was purchased by Sony. The same people made Spider-Man PS4. They created Ratchet and Clank is what they're most known for, and Sunset Overdrive. And there's a guy on Twitter, I'm not going to name any names, and I just saw him. He had tweeted something saying, so Sony owns Sunset Overdrive. And I was like, what are you talking about? Insomniac Games is owned by Sony. And then we got into a bit of a kerfuffle, I guess you could say. And he was like, oh man, he's like, you really need to check your facts. I'm like, this is my first time logging onto Twitter today to find this out. I had no clue. He was like, oh, it only takes 10 seconds to, check. I was like, well, I was literally working all day, did not have a lot of time to scroll through Twitter. It happens, it is what it is. But that's all over with now. So, oh well. And yeah. So, did you find anything interesting through Gamescom, Devin? Really quick. I mean, I know you're not the biggest Sony fan in the world, but yeah,
I think we can both agree that that Death Stranding gameplay is definitely interesting.
Yeah, I really want to like that game, and I just don't want to be one of those people who are like, oh my gosh, it's a Hideo Kojima game, and he created Metal Gear Solid. Like, yes, Metal Gear is it's a good franchise. I couldn't really get into it myself. I really liked 5 though, but other than that, I can't really get into Metal Gear. I just nothing against it. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't know. And yeah, I really don't know what to expect from Death Stranding. We'll see. It's not a PlayStation exclusive though, because there was a lot of uproar about Death Stranding being taken off of the exclusive list online. And normally, like on the PlayStation box where it says only on PlayStation in the top right hand corner, that means that it's on PlayStation and nowhere else. But apparently they took that off. So there's that. That's pretty interesting. And I was like, okay.
It's going to Switch.
Switch. Switch. Bring it all to the Switch. Let's go. Oh man, some crazy stuff. So you're gonna get a new Switch, like the longer battery life Switch?
No.
Apparently, you can go to GameStop and trade it in and get a new one for like $75.
Yeah, no. At Gamescom, they showed a trailer of with The Witcher 3 Switch Edition.
How was it?
It looks so bad.
Oh no!
It looked like Sims graphics.
Oh,
I was like,
no!
what is this?
540p. But anyone listening out there who are Switch owners, we're not hating on Nintendo. The Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. It's just, it is very odd that they're putting that game on the Switch. But I mean, to each their own. You know, people are going to buy it. They're going to play it. I hope they enjoy it. It's just, there's a lot of detail within that game. I don't know. I mean, Doom's on the Switch, so I guess, you know, they're doing their thing. And like, cool. That's awesome. I'm just gonna play it on my PC. I'm fine with that. Fine with that forever. But yeah, man, I'm are you still excited about Pokemon?
I am.
Yeah.
It's like it's the last chance I'm giving the Switch, because if I don't enjoy the Pokemon game, I'm just gonna trade in the Switch as well.
And get what? What are you gonna buy? Is Devin gonna buy a PlayStation? Oh!
I don't know if I'll be that desperate.
Oh man, I it's weird because like I don't like Sony, but for other reasons, I like the studios that they own, like Naughty Dog and Insomniac Games, Guerrilla Games, Sony Santa Monica. But I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't think any interesting movie news that you have really quick before we dive into the review, or you just wanted to just get right into it?
I think I saw stuff about Marvel starting to cast Namor and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
It's gonna get pretty interesting here.
It's gonna be super interesting. Disney Plus comes out in like what, 2 months?
Yeah,
2-3 months, November, something like that. So ready, so freaking ready. They're gonna make ungodly amount of money. It's gonna be crazy.
Netflix might be in a little bit of trouble. Who knows?
I see, like, but there's so many things on Netflix to watch, and everyone's like, oh, you know, well, Daredevil's off there, and like, yeah, Daredevil's a really good show, but at the same time, it's like there's like other you have Stranger Things, you have The Crown, you have, oh my gosh, Peaky Blinders, you have The Bodyguard, you have Umbrella Academy, which I still need to start, by the way.
Yes.
You have Always Be My Maybe. I mean, come on, like there's a lot of things to watch on Netflix.
Yeah, you got Mindhunters. I just started season 2 of Mindhunters.
What is that about?
It's about the original people that like started studying serial killers and created the term serial killer, like the FBI. It's
Interesting.
really interesting.
Definitely have to check that out. There's so many things. And I keep on like rewatching The Office. And I'm like, I really need to stop doing this to myself because there's so many other things that I could be watching. But yeah, man, I'm trying to think. I don't think I ran into anything super interesting. A few new trailers dropped this week. But I'm really excited for Ready or Not. That's what I'm excited for. Honestly.
This weekend?
Yeah, this week. I already got my ticket. I'm ready.
Oh, I feel like. Hey, did you see how that one movie got canceled?
Like, The Hunt? Yeah.
The Hunt? It's so stupid.
Yeah,
like,
they're like,
looks,
because of the
enjoyable.
shootings. I'm like, but movies didn't cause the shootings, though. And neither did video games, by the way. I don't know why people keep trying to bring that up.
I don't understand why they canceled it.
Literally makes no sense. I don't know.
I hope they give it some sort of Netflix or Hulu release or something.
Hopefully.
I wanted to see it.
You know what is getting a Netflix release? Booksmart.
Hey.
Even though I'm buying it on Blu-ray, let's go.
Everyone watch it on Netflix.
Everyone watch
Everyone
that movie.
needs to see it.
Yes, it is one of my favorite coming of age stories, next to The Sandlot, of course, and Good Boys. Honestly, I think I would definitely have to say Good Boys is probably one of the funniest movies I've seen in a while. So let's just get into the review then. So yeah, here's the review section. This is spoilers for all you guys listening out there. So if you haven't seen the movie, turn back now.
Yeah, if you're worried about good boy spoilers,
I mean, the movie's not
it's a
long.
comedy.
Right. Oh, yeah. It's comedy. And quite frankly, it's not for children at all. So
Certainly
anyone
not.
listening, it's rated R. R. Not PG-13. It's rated R. From the people who brought you Sausage Party, the Neighbors, and Superbad. Rated R. But let me read the synopsis here really quick before we get into it. 3 6th grade boys ditch school to embark on an epic journey while carrying accidentally stolen drugs, being hunted by teenage girls, and trying to make their way home. Oh, sorry, there was a little trying to make their way home. Oh, in time for a long-awaited party.
The kissing party.
The kissing party. And we have our stars. We have Jacob Tremblay as Max. We have Keith L. Williams as Lucas. And we have Brady Noon as Thor. And Molly Gordon as Hannah. And then...
Yeah, speaking of Booksmart, Molly Gordon was in Booksmart.
She was.
AAA.
She was. That's okay. I was like, I recognize this woman from somewhere.
Yeah.
And she was AAA. What was AAA's actual name? Because on IMDb, it actually just says AAA as her actual character. It doesn't mention her actual name. I forgot what it was, but
yeah, I don't remember.
I can't remember either. But oh well. But yeah, man. Thoughts about the movie overall?
I loved it. It's exactly what you would expect from a rated R movie with children in it.
Without
Just
grilled cheese.
A lot of shenanigans.
With no grilled cheese.
So there's no grilled cheese.
Right. Oh my gosh. And I really didn't know what to expect. So I'm like, oh, okay, and overall, honestly, I felt like the movie, it really did touch on the whole coming of age feel in general, because they're like, oh, we're the beanbag boys. It's like, why are the beanbag boys? Because we have beanbags. And then the one little Asian kid, he's like, that's a dope name. He's like, respects. But yeah, it really did. It made me sad for a bit, because especially with Molly and her best friend. Was it Molly? I can't even remember right now. Anyway,
Looks like it was Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah. Sorry. Hannah and her best friend, they're trying to explain to them, oh, of course, you're going to be friends now, but it's not always going to be that way. And towards the end of the movie, they started going off in their own direction and made it seem like they were in high school or something. I'm like, are they going to do like a time jump or something? Because I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, but what they were saying, it really makes you think. They're like, yeah, when you're that young, you're pretty much just friends with anyone who lives next to you or your parents are friends with. Yeah. And they're all like, we all live next to each other, and our parents are all friends with each other.
And it's like they all got this super sad, like, realization look on their faces, and they're like, oh, no, what? 'Cause, I mean, when you're a kid, like, you feel like those days are going to last, like, forever, and then it's kind of just like one day it just, everything just stops. You don't realize it, but yeah, it kind of blows. I need to get a freaking lamp, dude. Holy crap, it's so dark in my room. Like, this is crazy. And me wearing a black shirt probably doesn't help at all either. I'm sorry, charcoal gray, as it says. I was really hoping that Seth Rogen was going to be in the movie himself.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
That would have been pretty funny. But
it's kind of crazy. Like, everything Seth Rogen touches nowadays is just gold.
Yeah,
I mean, you got this, you got The Boys.
He called
out The Long Shot earlier in the year.
Yeah, Long Shot. Like, and I actually liked that movie. Like, was it the best? No, but like, it was still really enjoyable to watch. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, Seth Rogen is.
He's killing it, man. He called out.
Watch.
Yeah, he called out DB. He called out the director / writers of Game of Thrones, saying, how bad season 8 was, even though I'm really tired of people just saying, "Oh yeah, it was terrible." I'm like, they're like, "Oh no, now the entire series is ruined." I'm like, just one bad season does not make the previous seasons any worse at all. But oh well, it is what it is. I've said my piece on it 1,000 times. I can name like 5 different shows that ended way worse anyway. So Sopranos being one of them. Lost, absolutely. How I Met Your Mother, Weeds, and Seinfeld. So there you go, people. There you go. Fight with me in the comments. Not really. I probably won't respond as much. But who was your favorite character overall in Good Boys?
It's easy. Lucas stole the show.
He was like, I can't even do it.
There's gonna be girls at the party. You know what that means? Drama.
As soon as they get to the kissing party and he sees those 2 of the classmates kiss, he's like, "Nope, I'm out." And Retta was in it. Retta was in the movie too. I was like, "What? Retta's here?" And I forgot the other guy.
Lil
Rel. T.S. freaking A. From Get Out. He's like, "I told you not to go to that house, man." That was great. He was literally like I guess you could say like a teacher's pet in a way. He was just like a rule follower.
Yeah, they call it Scab, and they're all getting escorted. And
what is Scab?
Like, I forgot what it stands for. It was like something.
Scab.
Something. It was like the student union against bullying. Or
oh
something.
My god, that was so.
The other 2 were like they have their heads down, they're ashamed, and he's like,
hi, and then he becomes one of them later on. I was like, no.
And then the scene where they're in the like drugs, the gas station, and talking to the cop, and he just keeps telling the cop more things.
He's like, "We have drugs." The cop's like, "Dude, I'm trying to be nice and let you go. Why do you keep telling me this stuff?"
And then the cop gets on the phone. And he's like, "Yeah, we're not gonna have kids."
He's like, I decided, no kids, no kids whatsoever. I think the funniest part, when they went to the frat house to buy Molly from Hannah's ex-boyfriend at the time, and I think it was like Phi Chi or something. It was probably just some made-up fraternity, because when it comes to like putting an actual fraternity in a movie, there's like these certain guidelines you have to follow, and you had to pay a lot of money for it. But they did mention an actual fraternity when they said Sigma Nu. That is an actual fraternity. But it was just great every single time. Like they're sitting down on the couch, and then the brothers are like watching TV in the other room. Then Lucas is just screaming at the top of his lungs. Like every single time he hears like an explosion or something. I was like, what is this dude's problem? Like, stop. My audience was dying laughing, man. Everyone in the theater. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. When Max pulled out that that paintball though, oh my gosh. He was like, "Don't freaking touch me!" He's just right in the face.
Destroys all of them.
Oh my gosh. It just went sideways. It just all went downhill from there. I think that was definitely my favorite part. Oh, and then when Lucas's arm was this
and then they're like, "You have to bite down something hard," and they give him the ball gag.
I was like, no. And then when they finally get it in, no, before that, when they try to push it against the wall, push his arm against the wall, he's like, "Wrong arm." And then they finally get it in. He's laying down, and then he goes to reach up for Thor and Max to pick him up. And his arm is dislocated again. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, everybody. I just had a great time with this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Max flying the drone through his house, and he thought that he knew every square inch, and it's literally destroying pretty much everything through his house, trying to make it land.
And then his dad's talking to him. He's like, "Son, I will always love you, but I no longer like you.
Even if during the beginning when Max is sitting there like that World of Warcraft knockoff game, and he's like, an orc with boobs, big boobs. He's like, oh, Maxie's masturbating. He's all growing up. I was like, oh my gosh. It was great, man. And then Max's little crush, forgot her name.
Brixley. Very weird name.
Brixley. Yeah, it was a really weird name, wasn't it? Yeah, the Bean Bad Boys. Yeah, this movie, it was something, I think something we definitely needed overall. And yeah, I just loved it. You got anything to add?
Jacob Tremblay, he seems like he's really taken off. He's been in a lot of things.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep it up.
Keep it up.
I hope Lucas and Thor get some more roles moving forward because
Thor. I can't believe they named him Thor. He was just like the biggest singer ever. Absolutely loved it. Oh man. So did you have any concerns about the movie overall, or?
There were like a couple jokes that were just like a little weird for
children to say.
Yeah, like some of the dick jokes were just like, that's a little weird.
He was like, "What does he know? His dad has a DUI or whatever." He's like,
I love that. his mom plagiarized the cookbook. It's like so specific.
It was just the most random insults too, and you're like, "What?" Loved it. Oh my gosh, what was another joke when they were talking about I'm like drawing a blank right now, but it'll probably come to me eventually. But yes, some of the jokes I was like, honestly, a lot of the stuff that they were saying was just very, very. I was like, wow, so they can just pretty much say whatever, but they probably couldn't have gone to the premiere.
No.
Yeah, which kind of sucks, but I don't know, man. Oh man. So, out of 100 good boys, if you wanted to do rating now or anything else you wanted to talk about before we wrap up here.
I'm feeling like 86.
I got you. I was gonna say an 88 out of 100.
Yeah.
I loved it. I couldn't really find anything wrong with the movie. I thought the pacing was great. Everything pretty much came full circle, and now Thor.
I thought it kind of like ended a little abruptly. Like they did this.
Oh yeah, towards the very end.
They did the swing thing at the end.
Yeah, it's like okay, yeah, like they were about to leave and go their separate ways, and then Thor's like, "Wait, my parents got a new toy." They were upstairs.
His parents have a lot of interesting toys.
Yeah, I really liked how Annabelle was it. Thor's little sister, and she just kept popping up out of nowhere. I was like,
yeah,
I have a feeling that's a little nod to Annabelle, like the movie series. But yeah, man. Well, as you can see, you can probably barely see my face right now because it's getting super dark. I really need to get a different light because this light doesn't work like at all. But so you said an 84.
86.
And then I give an 88. Yeah, I would if
do you think it's better than Booksmart?
Ooh, don't put me in that situation, Devin. Oh my gosh.
For me it's definitely not better.
I don't
Booksmart's like a better movie.
Yeah, and it's pretty much books Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know.
I think Booksmart did the heartfelt parts a little better.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I agree with that.
Good Boys definitely tried to be heartfelt and have some moments, but it didn't exactly work perfectly.
But which one was more realistic?
I don't know how wild sixth graders are nowadays, so I'm not.
Playing Frogger going across the. Oh my gosh, that was so great. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, so compared to Superbad, which one do you enjoy?
To me, Superbad's like the all-time best comedy. So it's hard for me to compare that.
Yeah. Between okay. I would probably. I love Superbad is pretty. I think I would probably be Booksmart, Superbad, and then Good Boys. For me, just for whatever reason, I just thought it was so. I thought Booksmart was so freaking funny, and
it was also like really like had like feelings.
Yeah,
get some good emotion. And
I mean, and so does Superbad, and it's very hard to put them neck and neck with each other. Kind of, yeah. Oh man, Sandlot? No. What? No, I'm sorry. But yeah, between those three movies, that would probably be my ranking: Booksmart, then Superbad, and then Good Boys for sure.
I feel like at the end of the year, we might be able to do a top 5 or top 10 comedies of the year.
Oh, absolutely,
might be
man.
a pretty tough list.
We might have to do a yeah. We might have to do a well, this is like towards the end of summer. I think I think we're gonna try to review Ready or Not. Comes out. Yeah. Very excited for that. It's got 100% Rotten Tomato fresh. But I feel like a lot of these movies started.
We also saw, or at least I saw, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
I saw The Kitchen. It was not good. It was not good at all.
I'm not the target audience for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. If I was like 10 years old, that would have been lit.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I still got to see that Dora the Explorer.
Peanut Butter Falcon. Oh, we got to see. Got to get into theaters. Come on.
Yeah, see, I'm waiting for that to come to Nashville.
It's not here yet either.
Kind of sucks.
It looks so good.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to come to town. That's about it. But yeah, Devin, thank you as always for coming on, and then I guess we'll just wrap up. Just let everyone know again, you can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, and Anchor at Broke Boy Media, and you can follow us on Twitter at broke_boy_media, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Peace.